Marcellus, let's talk about the Cowboys star quarterback in Dak Prescott.
My guy.
Should he be satisfied with another franchise tag?
No, he shouldn't be satisfied with a franchise tag because that's not his end goal. He wants a long-term deal. Boy, let me preface everything by saying these are some high society problems we're about to go through right now. Should I sneeze at $37 million or should I wait for $200 million? Well, we know the answer to that. Let's wait for $200 million. But damn, this is a situation where Dak can't lose. It's lose, lose? No, this is win, win when you talk about his prospects going forward. He deserves the long-term deal yesterday. We all know that. But the price just continues to go up. And for some reason, Stephen Jones just don't see it that same way. But Danny White sees it that way, former Cowboy great. Troy Aikman sees it that way, former Cowboy great quarterback, who say that, Danny, when you look at Dak Prescott from beginning to end, the one thing that jumps out before you even get into his resume, before you even get into what he's done on the field and performance, is that his leadership is number one, is franchise quarterback worthy. So when you got a guy who has the intangibles, you need to quantify that. Because Tom Brady just showed the world right now that you don't need to be the best to be the best. And that's what Dak Prescott is. Look at Dak Prescott in terms of what the Cowboys have seen historically. He ranks number one all time for the Cowboys rankings through 5 seasons. Quarterback wins, yep. Completion percentage, passing yards, passing touchdowns, passer rating. I could bore you with that. Dak Prescott versus other quarterbacks still fares well. Even last year in a compromised season, Dak Prescott has never had a losing season when he's healthy. You could just go on and on with the performance, but the thing that people need to quantify are the intangibles, his leadership ability, how he just inflates others, how he makes others feel like they could be greater than they were. That needs to be measured, and that needs to be rewarded. Yes, he's their franchise quarterback, and he shouldn't be satisfied until he gets a long-term franchise deal.
Yeah, Dak should absolutely just abhor and disdain the franchise tag. Like, you got to use them words. Like, he should just be repulsed by itself. Franchise tag, you get an average of the top 5 at your position. That's the best way to simplify it. You get the average money at the top 5 of your position. But if you're going to get the top 5 money at your position and you're Dak Prescott, let's look at the guaranteed money of the top 5 of the position. Mahomes, 141, guaranteed. Deshaun Watson, 110, guaranteed. Russell Wilson, 107, guaranteed. Aaron Rodgers, 98, guaranteed. Jared Goff, 110, guaranteed. But Dak, if you get tagged, that's only $37 million right here, right now, guaranteed.
Yeah.
That's not the move. The franchise tag, it actually serves no player better. Now, it might not hurt you. It might not hurt you.
I got a case for you.
But I don't know if it serves you better. Meaning this, Sal, if you're going to give me a franchise tag, that's 1 year guaranteed money. But wouldn't I rather get more years of guaranteed money? Now, I understand you might get tagged and then be able to play again, but let's talk experience, expertise.
Let's go.
I'm in Philly. No, obviously I ain't get tagged. I wasn't that good. But my locker neighbor, Jeremy Maclin, was the star at the time. First-round pick for the Eagles back in maybe 2009, 2010. Mac balled 1 year. Oh, he balled. Maybe 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns. He gets tagged. Ha, you're it. He gets tagged. He plays on the tag, but during training camp tears his ACL. So now the next year, he got to come back on a 1-year prove-it deal. There's a finite window of earning money in the National Football League. So did Jeremy Maclin still end up getting a $55 million deal delayed? Yes, he did. But the problem is, it was delayed. I'm not saying Dak Prescott might not still cash in on a big bag, even if he gets tagged. But that's just delaying that finite window of earning money by 1 more year. And Dak Prescott saw firsthand. I can get hurt. Health ain't guaranteed. So when you're looking at, if I'm Dak Prescott and I know I now can get hurt and I'm not invincible like I was my first 4 years in the league, nah, that tag ain't it, man.
Yeah, man. For every Jeremy Maclin story you have with the franchise tag.
Who you got?
I got the guy who's made the most money since he was franchise tagged. Kirk Cousins. Think about it. Is Kirk Cousins the best quarterback in the NFL? No.
Absolutely not.
Is he top 5? No. Is he top 10? No. If you like him, if he's your family. Point being, he's number 1 in terms of what he's made since he was first franchise tagged. Now, Dak Prescott could play that game too. Kirk Cousins reminded Dak Prescott of this, he said, when he saw him in passing. Hey, that franchise tag could be your friend. Ching! Because it inflated who Kirk Cousins was to the market. Why? Because it's the scarcity of the market. When do you see top quarterbacks in free agency? How about never? So when you finally see one, you imagine Dak gets tagged one more time and he stays healthy. And then he's like, oh, y'all gonna tag me again? No, y'all not, because I think it's like 60-something million then after that. So they're not gonna tag him again. And then he's a free agent. All those numbers you just said, he will dwarf those numbers. Like, he's going to laugh at those numbers. He's like, I'm a free agent quarterback. You got to think about the guys who have played under the franchise tag that got close to free agency. Drew Brees. Oh, did he get paid? Yes, he did. Kirk Cousins, I just talked about him. And now Dak Prescott. That's it, y'all. In history, that's it. The rest of these dudes don't even get that far to where Kirk Cousins went. Kirk Cousins got a fully guaranteed contract. And that's Kirk Cousins to Minnesota. So that's why I say this is not a situation where Dak can lose. It's just about the assurances, the guarantees, maybe some of the comfort and the less anxiety that can happen from a long-term deal. But if Dak stays healthy, and we said this last year, if he stays healthy, his price went up getting injured. So if he stays healthy, I'm saying it again, Dak Prescott can't lose in this scenario.
Yeah, the question I think then becomes, that's the big if. That's what Dak, what you have to weigh is that if, and how much is that if worth? You kind of can control your health as it pertains to soft tissue injuries. Some you can't necessarily avoid. But Dak, the Cowboys clearly view you as a top 5 quarterback if they want to franchise you and pay you top 5 quarterback money. Go ahead and find a way to get them top 5 quarterback guarantees.